On the night of December 12, 2013, Chester Brown raped and sexually assaulted another Mount SAC student and co-worker, Arifa Mosavi, on the campus farm of Mount San Antonio College. Brown currently works for the college as a math tutor at the T-Mart. Brown repeatedly harassed Arifa about taking off her hijab at work and on other occasions, making comments like, "I can see your neck and I'm going to look at it," even after she repeatedly confronted him and demanded that he stop. The night he raped her, he began to aggressively harass her about her headscarf again and demanded that she take it off. It was dark and there were no other people present. He grabbed her arm against her will and pulled her against him. He groped her body, and when she tried to pull away, he did not let her go. She kept telling him, "I don't want this, I just want to go home." But he pinned her against the wall with the side of her face pressed against the wall and her back facing him. She was terrified and in a complete state of shock. No one was around and it was very dark. She was terrified as Brown proceeded to sexually assault her. He forced his hands under her shirt, groping her bare stomach, then forced his hands under her bra to grope her breasts and other parts of her body. While he did this, he ground his body against her in a rough manner. She was in terror that he was going to do something far worse to her. Brown then continued to rape her by putting his hand outside of her stretched jeans and in between her thighs. He pushed his finger into her at least 3 times so that his finger and the fabric of her jeans went inside of her genitals, hurting her. She looked to see if there was anyone around that she could call out to for help, but there was no one. After about 5 minutes of this rape and sexual assault, he stopped and said, "I feel like I forced myself on you. I knew something like this was going to happen." As they walked back to his car, she felt incredibly violated and sick, like she wanted to vomit. She felt dirty. When she asked him if he had done this to other girls before, he said that he had. And that was plenty terrible enough, but when she went through all the administrative channels that young women are told to go through when they are raped or sexually assaulted, she became the victim of another attack on her, the attempt to cover up her rape or her sexual assault. And what's her name? Lorraine Jones, the director of the Equal Opportunity Programs, told her in one of the investigative meetings that her story was not enough for them to do anything for her. What she had to do was reenact the assault on the secretary who was recording the proceedings of the meeting. And of course, she was not willing to do that, was not able to bring herself to do that, and so they then turned that around on her and said, well, she wasn't being cooperative with the investigation. She met with the president also. Every administrator, I think even a detective she met with, not a single one had anything to say on her behalf. And to this day, Chester Brown remains a tutor in the math right here. To this day, and we're saying no more. I want to read off our demands, and I would like to take a vote on them, and I will explain why the demands are that I'm presenting. Okay, okay. So the first demand is to get Chester Brown and all rapists off the Mount SAC campus. Typically, in sexual assault cases, and it'll be the case that the violator, the rapist, will get more rights than the woman who's been sexually assaulted. And we're saying, by any and all means, get Chester Brown out of the campus. If this administration cannot bring themselves to do it, then we all need to do it. Okay, he's still on the campus, he's still a student. So get Chester Brown and all rapists off of campus now. And the second is to stop the administration's cover-up of the sexual assault. From the beginning to the end of the entire process of Arifa going through the administrative channels, everything was an attempt to cover up her sexual assault, from beginning to end. And we say, end the cover-up now. The truth is out. This is the truth from Arifa's own, from Arifa herself. And we say, end the cover-up now, so that the truth can be told. And also to fire President Bill Scroggins and the Equal Opportunity Director Lorraine Jones. both of whom she met with, both of whom did nothing for her, both of whom tried to cover up her sexual assault and did everything they could to protect the rapist, Chester Brown. And we can see why we couldn't add that too. And because she met with her or him, and fire the vice president. Okay, and fire the vice president James Jaja, who signed off on all the documents that exonerated Chester Brown. So, okay, so those are the demands. So I would like to take a vote on the demands. Would anyone like me to repeat them? Can you? Okay. So first one, get Chester Brown and all rapists off the Mount SAC campus now.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's do the vote by individual. That may be easier to follow. So all those in favor of that demand, please raise your hands. Okay. All those against that demand? I see none against. Second demand, stop the administration's cover-up of rape and sexual assault. Okay, all those in favor, raise your hand. Yeah. Yeah. And all those against that demand? Okay, I see none. That voting is unanimous thus far. Third, fire President Bill Scroggins and EEO Director Lorraine Jones and James Jaja, Vice President.
Yeah!
Okay, all those in favor, raise your hand.
Woo!
Okay, all those against, raise your hand. I see none against. All right, unanimous again.
Two against, but that passes.
Oh, two against, but that passes, yes, overwhelmingly. Okay, so those are the demands. Okay, so I think it's important, want to march now to take this message, to take ourselves through this campus and let this campus know that this is a campus that is going to fight rape and sexual assault. We're going to march, and at the end, we want to have an open mic for anybody to say what they want to say, but for right now, we should march.
Are you from BAM?
Okay, so there's signs up here for people who want to grab signs. And once again, our full name is BAM, the Coalition to Defend Affirmative Action, Integration, Immigrant Rights, and Fight for Equality by any means necessary.
And what is your name?
So, whose campus? Our campus. 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 Mount SAC rapist Chester Brown, get off the campus and out of town. Mount SAC rapist Chester Brown, get off the campus and out of town. Mount SAC rapist Chester Brown, get off the campus and out of town. Mount SAC rapist Chester Brown, get off the campus and out of town. Mount SAC rapist Chester Brown, get off the campus and out of town. Mount SAC rapist Chester Brown, get off the campus and out of town. Mount SAC rapist Chester Brown, get off the campus and out of town. Mount SAC rapist Chester Brown, get off the campus and out of town. Right, so we're marching this way, guys. Mount SAC rapist Chester Brown, get off the campus and out of town. Mount SAC rapist Chester Brown, get off the campus and out of town.